Hello, welcome to the Magic with Mary podcast. I'm your host, Mary. Here we teach you how to gain confidence, be your most authentic self, and step into your power. If you feel stuck, you're in the right place because I'm going to help you release what's holding you back. You're so freaking powerful, and all you have to do is unpeel the layers that are keeping you trapped from being who you truly were meant to be. So if you're ready for the magic to begin, let's dig in. Hello, beautiful friends. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. I just got over being sick. I might cough, I might sniffle a little bit, but I am just so grateful to finally have the energy to get back and record another episode. I have been really frustrated with the fact that I haven't been able to, but you know what? That is what this whole episode is about, is being able to rapidly release little things like that are holding us back from manifesting our big dreams. So often I see like my clients and myself and even my family letting little tiny things that bother us hold us back from being able to get the things that we want. And so that's what this episode is going to be digging into. How do we quickly just let go of things, and how do we, work through them in a way that's healing instead of just pushing them under the rug? And I'm going to have to give credit where credit is due, because a lot of this stuff that I'm talking about doesn't come from me. It is from one of my favorite people that I just absolutely adore. Her name is Caroline Addington, and she is a business mystic. She talks all things business, but also kind of digs into the spirituality side of business. And I've learned some amazing things from her, and I cannot wait to share them with you guys. So let's dig in. But before we do that, one quick little thing. Today's sponsor, again, is the VIP Magnetic Manifesting Program. We put this program together for the ambitious creative, the person that has so many things going on and so many things that they just want to accomplish in this world, and yet they kind of get overwhelmed, frustrated with the inability to not see things through all the way. And so that's what this program is about. It's about helping you tap into your intuitive energy and being able to create a strategic plan that works for you, rather than trying to fit yourself into some box with somebody else's approach to, business, or maybe manifesting the love of your life, or even just having a happy family life. Whatever it is that you're working to manifest, this program is going to help you do that in an approach that works best for you. And if this is resonating for you, if your soul is calling to it, I'm going to leave a link in the show notes so that you can check it out and learn a little bit more about it. All right, let's dig into the meat of the podcast and talk about releasing the little things or even the small shit that is holding us back, okay? So the first thing I want to talk about is why this is so important. And that's because these little tiny things start to bottle up inside of us and create this a black hole of emotion that kind of just like settles in and takes over our energetic powers that we have. Okay, each of us are able to create anything we want from within us, but we allow the little things outside of us to stop us from being able to create what we want. And that feels so disempowering. I know this because I do this to myself, and I have been able to learn how to be able to release things a little bit more. And I want to share that with you because it helps so much. Because once you're able to just let it go, you feel free and you feel empowered, rather than feeling like the things outside of you are keeping you stuck in your current circumstance. Okay. And that's why this is so important. So this might show up in your life. Maybe it's like you're scared to post something. Maybe you have a online business and you're wanting to post more vulnerably. I cannot say that word. More vulnerably, and you're scared to do it, and you just don't post the post because it's like, oh, what are people going to think of me, right? Or maybe your gaslight goes on, or maybe somebody's bothering you at work, or somebody gives you a backhanded comment, or your boss has some outrageous project for you, and it's just like, oh my freaking gosh, right? And all of these emotions start to bottle up, and you get frustrated. So this is where that might be showing up in your life, and how it could possibly be holding you back is because the emotion keeps bottling up. And when that emotion bottles up, that's where all of your energy and attention is going. And maybe you've been able to find that things outside of you have been able to help. Maybe you found a journaling routine or a guided meditation that helps you, and you do these things and you put yourself in this altar, or maybe you go to this sacred spot that feels good. And when you do that, it feels amazing and wonderful. But in the moment, when these things are happening, you're not able to pull out your journal. You're not able to grab that guided meditation that helped you. And so now you feel stuck, and you're going to let that energy, that negative energy, bottle up inside of you, and you don't want to deal with it. So you push it down and it stays stuck. Is this resonating for you? If it is, I totally feel you, because it resonates for me. I've been there. I've done it. Every once in a while, I still do it. And the problem here is that we need something outside of us to be able to feel better. Maybe we think we need a vacation, or if we could just go to the store and buy something new and make us feel happy, or maybe spend a little bit of money on a new course, or call our therapist or our coach. And we need that thing outside of us to create our happiness or to make us feel better. And that's where the majority of us have a problem being able to rapidly release things, is that we are stuck in our ways and we think we need some big magical thing to snap us out of it. Well, that's what I'm going to teach you right here, right now, is that you don't need anything outside of you to be able to quickly release things. And I'm not talking about deep things. I'm not talking about traumas or embedded limiting beliefs. I'm just talking about the little things that start to bottle up. Okay, this is going to help you release them before they become embedded, right? So I'm going to give you a few examples and tools of things you can start using so that you can feel better quickly, release those negative emotions, get them off your chest, and move forward and actually do the thing that you want to do. Okay, so let's say that normally to work through something that is bothering you, you pull out your journal and you do some CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy stuff, where you're going through your thoughts, your feelings, and how that makes you behave because of it. And then you swap those out and you do all that work, right? And it creates this energy of empowerment for you. And that's how you feel. Now, what I want you to do is imagine yourself in a situation where you no longer have your journal with you and you need to work through something. Maybe you're uptown at a store and you have this thing that's bothering you and you need to just quickly work through it rather than pulling out your journal and working through it, right? You can do that without your journal. You can create that energy without your journal, right? And a lot of times this can happen through maybe something like visualization. Maybe you visualize yourself. Maybe you just quickly close your eyes, or you just in the moment imagine yourself working through that. You don't even need your journal to do it. You don't need your guided meditation to do it, whatever it is that you normally use, right? Or maybe when you're going through something problematic, here's another example. You take a vacation, and usually that, allows you to release all of those things, right? Well, what if I told you could create that same energy by visualizing yourself in that vacation spot? If that vacation spot is your safe haven and it brings these magical feelings for you, allow yourself to create that energy in the place that you're in, okay? Close your eyes. Take a moment, breathing deeply in through your nose and out through your mouth until you get into that parasympathetic state where you feel calm and see yourself in this place. Maybe it's a beach and you can hear the waves crashing and you can hear birds in the background and you can feel a cold drink in your hand. Okay, you put yourself in that energy. And when you put yourself in that energy, it's going to help you work through those negative emotions from a different approach. Okay, I've heard this time and time again that if we try to solve a problem in the same energy that got us there, we're not going to get out of it. We have to get into a new energy. All right. So being able to use visualization is going to help you get into the energy that you want to be. Another example of this would be, maybe gratitude. You want to tap into that abundance. Tap into that abundance by visualizing a list of things that you are already grateful for. You don't need your journal or a piece of paper or anything. Just look around you. I'm grateful for the ground that I walk on. I'm grateful for the phone in my hand. I'm grateful for a car that can drive and money to put gas into my car and air to breathe. Okay. You don't need to get out a pen and paper. You don't need a fancy place to be sitting in. You can do that simply by running through that in your mind, in your brain. It all comes from within you. Tapping into freedom is the same. Maybe you feel stuck. Maybe you feel stuck in your job, or you feel stuck in this, like, I don't have enough money kind of thing, right? Well, one thing that I do frequently when I feel stuck in my day job is I ask myself, am I really stuck? And the answer is always no, I'm not stuck. Actually, no one is holding me down with force. If I really wanted to, I could get up, walk out the door, and leave work. And I would be okay doing that, But honestly, do I really want to do that? No, I don't, because I actually want to be there. I actually want to make the money. So if you're ever feeling stuck somewhere, you can get into the energy of freedom simply by asking yourself, like, am I really stuck? No, I'm not. And you can also get into the energy of abundance. Like maybe you're feeling stuck with the money. Get into the energy of abundance by visualizing and seeing yourself earning more money, or maybe just back into that gratitude of, oh my gosh, I earned so much money today, or whatever it is, and appreciating the things that you already have. And that's going to bring you back into that feeling. Okay. Another tool that I want to share with you comes from, again, Caroline Addington. And I will leave a link to all of her stuff in the show notes. So if you're interested in her work, go check it out. She's seriously amazing. I love her. She does this thing called energetic foam rolling. And this is where you basically imagine this issue of whatever it is. Maybe somebody at work says something, it's a backhanded comment, it drives you nuts. And that starts to pile up and it creates this tension, right? Maybe visualize this knot in your neck, right? Well, that one thing doesn't actually create the knot. It's a bunch of things that create the knot, right? And so before it becomes a knot, you want to kind of foam roll it out, right? Like you have this foam roller and you're working out your muscles, getting that tension out before it becomes a problem. Okay, this works for things that are not yet embedded. And if they are embedded, then we will dig into something a little bit deeper, and I'll talk more about that in a different episode. Okay. What you need to know here is that when something like that is bothering you, bring it into the center of you. Open up your chest, take a deep breath, and feel it. Just feel the tension that it brings to you, and breathe it in and breathe it out, and breathe it in and breathe it out, and just let it go. And I know that sounds like, oh yeah, that's too good to be true. but I've done this and it freaking works for me, and I want to give you an opportunity to try it and see if it works for you, because it really helps me let things go. A few examples of this might be, so I work with somebody and this person just so happens to like to make other people feel dumb, just to make them feel dumb. And it's very frustrating to me. But usually when these comments come to me and I breathe them in and out, I get into this calm state of mind, and I'm reminded that this person feels dumb, and so they project that onto other people, and it makes me feel compassionate and understanding for this person, and I'm able to just let it go and understand that holding on to it is not going to serve me. It's not going to serve them, and if I want them to raise their standards, I have to raise mine and set the example for them. And so that's how I'm able to just quickly release and let go. The same thing works for your kids, or maybe your spouse or significant other says things every once in a while and it just drives you nuts, or they're not putting the dishes away in the right spot, and you just take a few deep breaths, open up your heart and chest, breathing it in and out, and feeling the tension, feeling how it feels, and just really getting aware of how quickly that goes. And the more and more you do this, like a few weeks come and go and you're like, wow, I'm able to just let things slide off my back and not even worry about it, right? I don't even need to pull out my journal and do my, crazy 3-hour journaling session just to get this off my back. You can actually do it pretty quickly, and you don't need anything outside of you to do it. So that is how I rapidly release the shit that is holding me back from manifesting the big things that I am trying to bring into my life. Now, again, I want you to understand, if this is something that's already embedded, if there's a trauma or a limiting belief or something, this foam rolling's not so much going to work out on the first try. In fact, you might do some foam rolling, some bubble popping. Again, this is another thing that Caroline talks about. You kind of do the foam rolling every day, and you'll notice different things coming up in your meditation when you bring this topic to mind, and you just let it go as much as you can, and you continue to keep working on it until you're able to allow it to release. You might have to do some deeper work here, and I'm not telling you don't get your journal out. Don't do the things that, of course, do those things. Do the shadow work, do the journaling, do the CBT, and go to your therapist, go to your coach, do the affirmations. What I'm telling you is that you don't need some magical thing outside of you to actually release the things that are holding you back. You can do it yourself. You have the magic inside of you. You can create the energy you want wherever you are. And I'm going to give you one last example of this so that you can kind of wrap it up. At work, where I meditate is not exactly my fun, happy place, right? And my ideal meditation spot is on my couch, but when I'm at work, I can't meditate on my couch. I have to meditate at work. And so I'm able to tap into that energy by really visualizing myself in that spot, looking outside my window, enjoying it. And I can tap into that right then and there. And I know that might seem shouldn't you just enjoy where you are? Well, yeah, I'm able to enjoy where I am by tapping into that. Once I tap into that, I realize that where I am is actually wonderful, that I'm so grateful that I get to work in this place that pays me very good money to do what I'm doing. And then I'm able to just relax, and I'm able to meditate where I am. So hopefully all of this helps you be able to just let go and find your peace and freedom and abundance exactly where you are. and knowing that you are worthy and deserving and whole and complete. You don't need anything outside of you. You're amazing just as you are. And if you are using the Magic Manifesting Journal that we've created and you've done it for a while, I challenge you to go through the journaling prompts without the actual journal. Maybe you go camping and you don't have the journal with you because you forgot it or you've ran out of pages. Try that without a journal. Ask yourself, like, what am I grateful for today? And like, visualize those things in your head and come to this, like, knowing that you don't need a piece of paper and a pen and a beautiful spot to make you feel whole and magic. And if you haven't grabbed the Magic Manifesting Journal, go grab that. I will leave the link in the show notes. This helps to prompt you on an intuitive and subconscious level so that you're just taking action towards your goals without even thinking about it. They become habit and you're really just enjoying what you do. And then if you are using it for a while, again, I'm going to challenge you, take the journal out, try to do these things, try to do these prompts without even having that journal with you, like coming to know that you are capable without anything else but yourself and that you don't need anything to make you feel magical. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in and being here with me. If you found any wisdom throughout this podcast, if it helped you in any way, shape, or form, do me a favor, stop yourself right now. Go and give this podcast a rating and review. One of my big goals and dreams is just to spread more happiness and positivity to people, and I can't do that by myself. So if you leave a review, it will help this episode go to the top and spread more happiness and positivity to more people. So thank you for tuning in. I love you so much. Mwah. Goodbye.